Hello and welcome to my second vlog. My name is Jane Lindsay and I'm the founder of Snapdragon Life and the Studio Club. And I was just overwhelmed by how many people got in touch after last week's vlog, first one, and said that they'd enjoyed it and that they would like me to do another one. So here I am. In this week's Friday letter, I was talking about what happens when the way that you're feeling doesn't really match the season of the year. Because I think that there is this kind of feeling, now that so many more of us talk about seasonal living or cyclical living, that you should be feeling a particular way, having a certain kind of energy at a certain time. And I just don't think that that is the thing at all. I think it's kind of like, it's missing the point. It's missing the point. So here we are, and it is November, and I'm in Scotland. It is the time of very long nights, very short days. It's dark here by 4 o'clock. I have a light, it's like 2:30 and I've got a studio light there because otherwise I'd be filming in the gloom. It's often raining. If you were going to hibernate along with the plants and the animals, now would be the time. But personally, and slightly unusually, I have this energy of wanting to go out and wanting to do new things and wanting to go way outside my comfort zone and just give things a go. As I say, this is fairly unusual because by temperament I am an introvert, probably at the extreme end of introversion. And for the last 3 years, really, I have been giving in to my very hermity kind of tendencies, and I'm quite happy not seeing people for weeks, except for now. And I was thinking about this, and I thought it is still part of that idea of seasonal living, because seasonal living, cyclical living, if you live with, whether it's the moon or periods or the seasons of the year, it is actually just fancy words for paying attention. So if you think of seasonal living and you're paying attention to the fact that as a leaf falls from the tree, there on the twig is the bud for next year's growth. And you can see maybe that some of the leaves rot and go into the soil really quickly and other ones stay there. You get that whole feeling of retreat and renewal. But the point is that you use that same kind of attention, the deliberately stilling yourself and listening and seeing with yourself. And you're not a tree, you're not an animal. And yet you may want to hibernate. The dark nights may be wonderfully cosy and just stay in, read a good book. But you may not. And equally in the summer when, there's all of that kind of outward energy in the season, with the plants and the flowers, you may find yourself wanting to retreat and just be yourself and read that good book. So what I'm saying is that forget the shoulds and the memes on social media, all that kind of thing. Just listen to yourself. And for me, that means grasping this feeling of outwardness and bravery and bubbling kind of just wanting to do things and incorporate that. So, for example, in the studio club over the past 5-6 months, we've been having a monthly make-along, and it's just a chance to get together and quite formally put aside some time for creativity, that kind of thing. And I was slightly reluctant to do it because, you know, the whole introvert thing. But then once I started hosting these, they have become one of the highlights of my month. Just this chance to sit and relax and chat over coffee and being creative. And now I'm thinking, oh, wouldn't it be nice to actually have people here, real people in a real space, creating things. So that's on my list for next year, having workshops here in the studio. And the other thing that I'm going to be doing is a podcast with guests, and that will involve meeting people and getting in contact with them and saying, can I have a conversation with you from my podcast? Way, way out of my comfort zone. But while I'm in this energy and I can get a lot of that sort of preliminary work done, I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to grasp the daylight or my studio lights and go for it. So that is my vlog for this week before I rush off and contact all the people who are on my list for my podcast. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. I would love to know, you can write in the comments below this, what kind of energy are you feeling this autumn? Are you there hibernating, or is there something bubbling away?